Hey, welcome to 1159 Videos. Today on Honda How To, we are going to do a 4th of July special, taking something like this. And what can I do that? Well, I've got an old, actually it's not old, but I got a newer Accord wheel. And as I was goofing around, playing around, I had the top right here, and the top was in pretty good shape for this right here. I noticed it pretty much fit right on the top. So we're going to turn this around. We're going to make a car grill today, and we're going to try to see if we can get it done in time to cook out on it for 4th of July. So stay tuned. We're going to come back. We've got some parts. We're going to use that as a shaft. It's an old pipe I have laying around. Got some other stuff. Throw it together. Used old grills. See if we can get this thing done. Alright, first thing we're doing is we're getting kind of what comfortable height is. If you're a taller person, you can make it different and stuff like that. If you're shorter, you can make it shorter too. So it's kind of a preference thing. On this one right here, we're going to be cutting off 7 inches over a pipe so that we're going to make this thing about 30 inches off the ground. So let's go ahead and get this cut. We're going to break out the torches, get some sparks going for our 4th of July. Just celebrating early, different kind of sparks. You know. Time for some 4th of July sparks early. All right, let's get this show on the road. If you can turn, that'd be great. And that's one part down. We got the base cut, so we're going to use that on the inside of it, and we're going to use the flat end on the other side. So now we're going to make the angles on the legs and get that done. Start welding this thing together. Alright, since we're doing the leg at angles and stuff, you want to kind of match the pipe to it. So I use this as a template. And then now the top and the bottom is going to be about 3/4 of an inch off. So we measured that out. So we already put an angle on the bottom, and then we're going to connect the two, and we're going to test it and see how that works. So let's get going. Not too bad for a guess. Now we are cutting on galvanized pipes, so make sure you don't breathe any of the fumes in. Make sure you wear eye protection, because the galvanized will actually pop off the steel. So we're going to go ahead and wire brush this up. We're going to make 2 more to match this, and then we're going to weld it together. Like I said, as long as you wire brush where you cut it, the galvanized always does that type of stuff, but this is what we had laying around. So we got 2 more to cut. We're going to weld this thing together and see what we got. Now after the first one's cut, you can pretty much guess where you got to be on the next one. So I cut my angle back. Now we're going to rotate it around. Now we're going and then we're going to cut the other side. Now, when you go ahead and measure, we use the other one to measure it, but we're going to back it up just an 1/8 inch behind our mark, so that way it gives us a little bit extra to grind and clean it up. So we're going to get that knocked out real quick. Go slow. That's it.
You sound like Cody now. Exactly.
Yeah. Just like that. Now we're gonna let it cool. We got one more ear to do, and we'll get all ready to go. Actually, while I was going on, guys, since I pretty much know what the angle is gonna be, I'm gonna go ahead and knock it out right now. That should be your legs cut. We got one more. We got to measure the length of it with the original. You want to use the original so that you don't get it off. So once we get that done, then they're cut. Then grab the original. Gotta slide this out 10 inches. Once you get that mark, cut, like I said, about 1/8 inch behind, so it gives you a little bit of room for some grinding. Keep going, keep going. All right, so now we're gonna go ahead and get everything wrapped up over by the welder so we can start piecing this thing together. Alright, we're finally over here. We got the rim in place, we got the stand in place, and then we went ahead and broke out a square, because you're going to have to square it up, otherwise you're going to have a leaning grill, and this is not the leaning grill of USA or Italy. So we are going to get this thing squared up. I usually take the square. Now, just to make sure that the center was different from the edge, I literally put this right here, and I saw that there's like, I don't know, 1/8 inch difference in there. So by the time you come up here and square up here, you should have about the same in between right there, which I do. So I come over here, about the same. Back on this side right here, it's about the same. So 3 points like that, I'm gonna go and tack this thing up, and then we'll rotate it around and double check. But we're getting close. Pop's over there working on the legs. They're almost in place. So we're almost there. All right, we got the one side welded. We're on the back side right now. Pops is finishing up with the legs, so I wire brushed it. Let's go ahead and get some weld on here. Alright, this is pretty much what the product looks like. We got the top on there. Stands built, as you see. That's the welder I used. I used a little MIG in the background. Let me show you what it looks like underneath. And then we are getting ready to get our chicken and hot dogs and hamburgers and corn. And that is it. We're gonna put some, this was just a recycled piece right here, so we'll end up putting some aluminum foil on it. But other than that, the top fits perfect. It's got the little vents on top. So 11:59 videos. We're about to get our 4th of July cookout on. Y'all have a happy and safe 4th of July.